Some repair can tell me there's a better way to do this. And typically I just score it and it breaks, but when you gotta do cuts like this, just want to remind you to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, hit the like button, comment, share. Back to our video. We're gonna need to get a new blade. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, I'm just trying to get this done. We need to get one of our bathrooms back up and running. Got 5 kids and 2 teenagers. You kind of, well, 5 kids and 2 of them are teenagers. You kind of need your bathroom back. You need to have all your bathrooms. So yeah, just had to do a little bit more than I was expecting. The stud behind this. Apparently the builders decided to cut it in half and then put it back together. I don't know why, and it's crooked. So when I cut the line for tearing out the old drywall, because there's a stud right here next to the tub, but so I had to tear out the drywall here. Well, to make it nice and secure, I had to go out the 16 inches for the stud. And I cut a straight line, so I just put a new whole sheet of drywall there, and I cut it straight, but then once I pulled the drywall off, I realized that the stud was not straight. It was crooked, and 2x4 in there just to kind of brace it up a little more. And so I have to pull out a lot more drywall than I was expecting, because now this part of the drywall down here is not up against a stud, and so it just kind of floats here. So I gotta do some work to fortify that. Even though it's a straight cut, I used my straight edge here to cut it, and it was a nice straight cut, even all the way down. But the stud, it kind of bows out like this. And then they cut it right here for some reason and kind of twisted it. So yeah, I guess we should have watched our builders a little closer. I have to do that when we build our next house. I'm going to be watching them like a hawk, especially in our next house. Will hopefully be a nice custom home. I could probably do most of it, but I don't have time. So, and you're just watching me cut this. This is what I'm going to be doing most of the day. My wife and I, we are going out later tonight. You might have noticed my wife and I go out quite a bit. I think you should be dating your wife. One, your wife's to you is super hot, so you want to spend as much time with her as you want, especially if you have a wife like mine. And you just got to get away from the kids. Kids are great, but they're going to grow up at some point and move out of the house, and then you'll just be alone with this person. So if you haven't been dating them for the past, if you have kids for the first 30 years of your life, because you have them for 18 years, but then you have multiple kids, so probably a span of 30 years you'll have kids in the house. If after that 30 years, once your 3rd, 4th, 5th kid have grown and moved out, are stuck with this person. If you haven't been dating them, you kind of don't know them that well, so you want to keep dating them. So you know, you don't have a stranger that you're living with. But yeah, I don't know if I'll continue filming this. I also would be listening to podcasts, but there's no new podcast right now. I think there's a new Joe Rogan one. Some of my other usuals, Ben Shapiro, Glenn Beck, Megyn Kelly, they're kind of, and Tim Pool, Kyle Seraphin, they're kind of on hiatus right now, just because it's still the new year. I think today is the 3rd, so that's where we're at. There has been a lot of political per se news. There has been some news. If you have been watching, there's been some attacks. One down in New Orleans, one at Trump Tower. I think there was another mass shooting type event in New York, and they appear to, a lot of them probably are related. You know, we've had a lot of people come across the border over the past 4 years that are completely unvetted. We don't know who they are. They came from crappy places, Middle East, socialist countries, communist countries, Chinese military-aged men have been coming across the border. So, you know, we've been invaded. Not surprised that we start getting attacks and psyops. That's why I tell people you should always, and one thing I always want to advocate, especially for us men, is to be prepared spiritually, physically, and mentally. You know, get up and do your push-ups today. I did mine. Get out, go for a walk or a run. Get your training reps in with your pistol. Dry fire is great. I try and do that at least once a week. I probably should do a video on how I do my dry fire. Maybe I'll do that next week. And carry everywhere you can, everywhere you legally can, and even carry in your house. I'm carrying in my house. It's my, of course, just one of my Glock 19 Gen 5s with the Surefire, RMR. Yeah, carried in my Raven Concealment Perun holster. My preferred outside conceal carry-ish holster. If I want to go truly overt, I'm going with my Battle Bell with my Safari Land on it. But this is a great holster. I wear it with my suit. I wear it when I might go hiking. I'm just kind of dressed like this. And granted, these are my grubby shirt and grubby jeans and my pair of Red Wing pull-ons that I have that I wear inside my house, in construction areas in my house, and even outside. Because they're pull-on, I can take them on and off really easy. And I don't think you should be wearing your outside shoes inside your house unless you're doing in a construction area. But I want to take the shoes off. You know, I don't want to track dust, mud, gunk throughout my house. I walk barefoot most of the time in my house. My kids walk barefoot. I don't want crap on my floors. So, you know, it's kind of a sanitary issue, in my opinion. A lot to be said on how the Japanese have advocated that. But yeah, carry. Keep a loaded firearm on you. Keep one in your car. Use your pistol to fight your rifle if something were to really kick off. You know, I talk about the fantasy of fighting to my rifle to fight an active shooter. It may be less of a fantasy as things go forward. Again, we've had a lot of people come across the border that are not vetted and they don't have the best intentions for you and your family and your friends and your fellow countrymen. So be prepared accordingly. So I gotta get back to this, then I gotta go take a shower and go to Lowe's and do some other errands today. Hey, what's up? Just waiting for my wife so we can get going and run a quick errand. Then when we get back, we actually have a bit change for what we're doing tonight since we're going out. I got my little one in the back. I love you. Okay, well, he doesn't want to talk. So yeah, we're gonna go run some errands. Got to go to Lowe's, get some stuff, grab a few other things, and then come back and get ready for our date or night out, whatever you want to call it. Take care. Hey, well, I'm gonna be ending out this day. Didn't get a lot content for you guys, but did do quite a bit more in my shower. Went and ran some errands with the wife, and then we went somewhere afterwards. I had to come home and get dressed. Had to put on my suit, and she had to put on a dress. And went somewhere for a couple hours. It was really kind of neat where we went. we went in and we had to go change and went and sat down, and my uncle was sitting right next to me. I didn't even, it was completely unplanned. And my uncle was there with his new wife. And when I say new wife, my maternal aunt, my uncle's wife, she's my mother's sister. She was my mother's sister. She died very suddenly, unexpectedly, a while ago, and it was really a shock to us all. I mean, she was only 60 when she died, and it was really, if you think of it, she kind of went in a sweet way. Her and my uncle were going on vacation somewhere, and it was a long plane ride, and they sat down, and she's like, well, I'm going to go to sleep now, and when I wake up, I'll be in our destination. And she leaned over to my uncle and said, I love you, and gave him a kiss, and she fell asleep, and she didn't wake up again. And it was very sudden. She's the youngest in my mother's family, and they had 6 kids, and it was a shock to us all. But my uncle, he found a nice, really wonderful woman who my aunt would be very fond of. Some people say, well, why did you get remarried? And well, my aunt would not want my uncle. They're in their 60s. He's retiring here shortly. She wouldn't want him sitting around being bored at home all by himself. I mean, yeah, he's got his grandkids nearby, some of his grandkids, but she wouldn't want that. She wanted him to go out and have fun and possibly meet someone else that could make him happy, and he has. And his new wife is great. I love her. I've only met her a few times, but she's just a great woman. She's a widower. He's a widower, and she's a widow, and so it kind of worked out nice. And they complement each other really, really nicely, and they bring each other happiness, which is what you would want with your spouse. And so it was neat just visiting with them after our little session that everyone went to, and it was just really nice. And so it was a great way to end out the day. We're home now, and got to get the kids to bed. I got to go to bed myself. I'm just tired. My wife and I may watch something. We've been watching Landman on Paramount Network, and it's a really great show. I really like Billy Bob Thornton's character, and some of the other characters on it are really neat. And so I'll probably watch that and then go to bed and wake up. I got to finish my bathroom. It won't be finished, but it'll be close to being finished. Probably be finishing it next weekend because I have to go to work on Monday. And Sunday, I don't do stuff like that on Sunday. Sunday is my day of rest. It's a Sabbath day. And when I say day of rest, it's a day I also go and do service. I guess this is it for today. I'll vlog once more tomorrow for Saturday, and then I will put out a video every day this week. I'm not going to be doing this again. It's really kind of hard to figure out content and fit the filming and editing in. So I'll probably just do a weekly vlog of my week's activities, and then also do another video where I go over philosophy of use of stuff and things that I think every man needs to be prepared, kind of like what I've been doing with the rifle, my gear, my EDC. I got another one. I got to finish editing and get that out, so it'll be out Sunday. I'm on Pacific time, so I'll have it released midnight on Saturday, so Sunday morning. And probably the vlog one, I don't know when I'll do that. Probably for every Saturday or Friday, I'll be releasing that. So yeah. Till then, I'm Esteban Parsons, your reasonable accountant, the reasonable accountant. Take care. Love you. Till we meet again.